Greyhound trainer Debbie Hurlock took over the licence from her late father Roy Griffin in 2019. Debbie and her husband Steve moved into his bungalow here, and her son and his partner moved into this house here as well. Between them they have around 120 dogs on site here in Wickford in Essex, including a couple of very nice looking litters of pups.
My dad was really into the breeding. So we normally have 1 or 2 litters a year. You never know what you're going to get at the end of the day, which is nice.
That's the exciting bit, and the ones you've got here today are all absolutely stunning, particularly the 7 that you've got out of Good News, and a bitch called Machine, who's actually a really well-bred bitch.
She is, yeah. She had a lot of problems with her wrist at Central Park, but she still managed to win sort of A2, A3s. But we didn't really ever get the best out of her that we could have done.
You've got another litter here as well, all fawns out of Grangeview 10 and Lady Flamingo. Tell us about them.
Yeah, Lady Flamingo was one of my dad's favourite race dogs that we had here at the time, and he always wanted to breed a litter from her, so I've carried on his wishes for him. Hopefully they're bred to have early pace, so should be some sprint dogs there.
You've got plans for another litter as well?
Yeah, Kingsview maid, another very well bred bitch, and she's going to be the first bitch to be mated to 10-pin.
And of course that's a pretty handy local mating for you. You're literally going to walk her down to Dave Marlin's kennel. Not only the races here that we'll talk about in a minute, but also retired dogs, and they're all mixed in with your races. You are actually a branch of the Greyhound Trust as well.
We are, yes. Yeah, we treat them all the same, whether they're racing or retired. They all get treated the same. They've all done their job at the end of the day, so deserve that loving home.
And you particularly really enjoy that side of it, don't you?
I do, yeah. I love getting the pictures back to know where they are, seeing them sit on the sofas and that. Yeah, I enjoy that side of it as much as the racing, if not more, really.
Another dog we've seen here today, who won't be racing again anytime soon, but I think she'd probably be up to it. Fancy Socks, many people will remember racing, particularly on Sky Sports. She's 13 now. She looks so well.
Yeah. She still loves to run around the field and keep herself fit. Yeah, she's amazing, really.
And she was one of your dad's favourites?
She was, yeah. She had some puppies as well for us, which they done really well at Harlow. Yeah, she was a lovely bitch.
And she was a track record holder at Peterborough, so great to see her still here and looking good at ripe old age of 13.
Yeah, she is. Thank you.
Let's talk about some of the dogs that you've got here for us to follow. We're going to start with Some Kid, who's just had his first race and won an A3, and he's not even quite 2 yet, so you've got quite high hopes for him.
He's quite a big, long-legged dog as well, so hopefully with a bit of age about him, he should improve and go through the grades.
He's had a few problems, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He come over with a sickness and ear infection, but yeah, hopefully he's on the right road now.
And I think what caught your eye about his first race was his determination. Is that fair?
He was, yeah. He wasn't frightened. He's a bit of a shy dog, but he showed a lot of guts on the track. He wasn't frightened of the other dogs at all.
We've also seen a dog called Stamford Bridge. Obviously, your other half is a big Chelsea fan. You've had him a year, but again, he's had his problems.
He had his problems to start with, yeah, but he's gone up nicely through the grades. He's been off with a slight shoulder, and he's just coming back again. So hopefully he should be winning over the next few weeks.
He had a really good run where he went from A5 to A1 in a matter of a few weeks.
He did, yeah. I think A2's his grade. If he goes in A1, he struggles a little bit. But back in A2s, he can win the A2s.
Your son's got a dog here called XAVI, who is a D1 sprinter. He's also been off injured and just about to have his sort of second run back. And you think there's a lot more to come from him now he's back from injury?
I think so, yeah. And again, he's a very determined dog. Likes to get out on the bunny and go. He's only a 2-bend dog, but a genuine dog.
He's got a funny nose. When he was a pup, apparently he got it caught on a wire and he pulled it and he tore quite a bit of his nose away. So one half of his nose is up. He's not the best. He's very affectionate. He's probably one of the most affectionate dogs we've got here. He's actually owned by my son Liam, but he's a sprinter. He's one of these sprinters that will run through a brick wall. He's not got the most early pace, but he normally joins the action at the first bend, and hopefully he gets a clear run. It's got a lot of pace. It's just, but he can only, he's had his injuries, but he can only really run in every 10 days. But as long as he stays sound, he will win his fair share of races.
Breathless Dan we've seen as well, who is a pup for us to follow, and one that you reared here, so that
Yes,
must
we
be
did,
extra
yeah.
special.
Yeah, he won his first race for us, found quite a chunk of time, so he retrialled, and so hopefully again he's going to go up and go through the grades winning.
KINGSMILL Market is one that's yet to race for you, but she has won a few races in Ireland. How much do you know about her?
Yeah, so she seems the sort of dog, if she gets out on the hare, she doesn't want to be beat. The man I've bought her with, he wants to breed from her in the future. He liked the breeding, which is more what he bought her on, but I still think she's going to make her a nice race dog.
She's not over young, but she's got, you know, a lot of potential. She stays as well. She's run over 550 in Ireland and stayed it well. And you obviously at Central Park, if you're going to run the 480, you need as much staying power as you can get, because it's one of the biggest galloping tracks in the country.
Things have been going really well for you guys at Central Park in particular. You were second in the trainer standings last year, and many winners under your belt. Has anything changed here? Why is it going so well?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I mean, when the dogs start winning, they all seem to hit form together. And you know, we've had great success, and couldn't really tell you why, but we won't change whatever we're doing. We'll keep going.
You've got a dual contract at Central Park and Hurlock, which works really well for you guys.
It does. We race on at Hurlock. We just race twice a week. We race on a Friday and a Saturday morning. The Saturday morning is like the graveyard shift, where Melvin, who takes our dogs on a Saturday or a Friday and a Saturday, he has to get up at 4:30 on a Saturday morning, load up the dogs, and off he goes, regardless of the weather. But we normally have quite a few, because lots of trainers at Hurlock didn't really want to get involved in the early mornings. We get quite a few runners. We get between like about 13 and 15 runners on a Saturday morning, and we have our fair share of winners as well. So yeah, Hurlock's it's an added bonus. What's
the aim? Is it, you've obviously got, you know, youngsters working in your kennel, and your son and his girlfriend. Are they ambitious? Do they want to go open racing, or you're very happy with your graders, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the graded dogs. Yeah, if we had the right dogs, they would go open racing with them. They're young and enthusiastic.
What is it you love so much about it all?
I just love being around the dogs. I've done it since I was 15, and just all I know, really.